best.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel here. It's Lavender here, and today I decided to start a new science series. Today I'm going to start the series on my channel about science called the Space Science Files, and today I am doing the Space Science Files Uranus Facts and Information about Uranus. So let's get started into the Space Science Files series episode about Uranus. Uranus is the 7th planet from the Sun. It has the 3rd largest planetary radius and the 4th largest planetary mass in the solar system. Uranus is similar in composition to Neptune, and they both have bulk chemical compositions which differ from that of larger gas giants such as Jupiter and Saturn. For this reason, scientists often classify Uranus and Neptune as ice giants to distinguish them from the other gas giants such as Jupiter and Saturn. Uranus's atmosphere is similar to Jupiter's and Saturn's in the sense that its primary composition of hydrogen and helium, but it contains more ices such as water, ammonia, and methane gases, along with the traces of hydrocarbons. It has the coldest planetary atmosphere in the whole solar system, with the minimum temperature 49 which is negative 224 degrees Celsius, and negative 371 Fahrenheit, and has a complex layered cloud structure with water thought to be made up of the lowest clouds and methane. The upper layer of clouds, the interior of Uranus, is mainly composed of ices and rocks. Like other giant planets, not great planets, like other giant planets, Uranus has a ring system and numerous moons. The orbit and rotation of Uranus. Uranus orbits the Sun once every 84 years, taking an average of 7 years to pass through each constellation of the zodiac. In 2033, the planet would have made its 3rd complete orbit around the Sun since being discovered in 1781. The rotational period of the interior of Uranus is about 17 hours and 14 minutes. As all of the giant planets, its upper atmosphere experiences strong winds in the direction of rotation. At some latitudes, such as about 60 degrees south, visible features of the atmosphere move much faster, making a full rotation in as little as 14 hours. The Uranian axis of rotation is approximately parallel with the plane of the solar system, with an axial tilt of 97.77 angle degrees. This gives the seasonal changes completely unlike those of other planets. Each pole gets around 42 years of continuous sunlight, followed by 42 years of complete darkness. The Sun faces the equator of Uranus, giving a period of day-night cycles similar to those seen on most of the other planets in the solar system. Uranus's mass is roughly 14.5 times that of Earth, making it the least massive of the giant planets. Its diameter is slightly larger than that of Neptune at roughly 4 times that of Earth. A resulting density of 1.27 grams cm3 makes Uranus the 2nd least densest planet after Saturn. This value indicates that it is primarily made of various ices such as water, ammonia, and methane gases. The total mass of the ice in Uranus's interior is not precisely known. The standard model of Uranus's structure is that it consists of 3 layers: a rocky selenite/iron nickel core in the center, an icy mantle in the middle, and a outer gaseous hydrogen/helium envelope. The core is relatively small compared to its size. The ice mantle is not in fact composed of ice in the conventional sense, but of a hot and dense fluid consisting of water, ammonia, and other volatiles. This fluid, which has a high electrical conductivity, is sometimes called a water-ammonia ocean. The extreme pressure and temperature deep within Uranus may break up the methane molecules with carbon atoms condensing into crystals of diamond that rain down through the mantle like hailstones. Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory suggested that the base of the mantle may comprise an ocean of liquid diamonds with floating solid diamondbergs. Scientists also believe that rainfalls of solid diamonds occur on Uranus as well as other gaseous planets such as Jupiter, Saturn, and Neptune as well. The bulk compositions of Uranus and Neptune are different from those of Jupiter and Saturn, with ice dominating over gases in those planet areas, hence justifying their separate classification as ice giants. There may be a layer of ionic water where the water molecules break down into a soup of hydrogen and oxygen ions, and deeper down, supertonic water in which the oxygen crystallizes, but the hydrogen ions move freely within the oxygen lattice. Uranus's internal heat appears markedly lower than that of other giant planets. The lowest temperature recorded in Uranus's tryopause is 49 negative 224 Celsius, and negative 371 Fahrenheit, making Uranus the coldest planet in the solar system out of the planets. One of the hypotheses for this discrepancy suggests that when Uranus was hit by a supermassive impactor, which caused it to expel most of its paternal heat, it was left with a depleted core temperature. Although there is no well-defined solid surface within Uranus' interior, the outermost part of Uranus's gaseous envelope is that it is accessible to remote sensing and is called its atmosphere. The composition of Uranus's atmosphere is different than its bulk, consisting mainly of molecular hydrogen and helium. The triosphere is the lowest and densest part of the atmosphere and is characterized by a decrease in temperature with altitude. For a short period from March to May 2004, large clouds appeared in the Uranus atmosphere, giving it a Neptune-like appearance. Observations included a record-breaking wind speeds of 820 miles per hour, 510 miles per hour. That was 820 kilometers, by the way, sorry. And it was 510 miles per hour, and a persistent thunderstorm referred to as the 4th of July fireworks. On August 2006, research at the Space Science Institute in Boulder, Colorado, and the University of Wisconsin observed a dark spot on Uranus' surface, giving scientists more insight into Uranus' atmospheric activity. Why the sun spurt and activity occurred is not fully well known, but it appears that Uranus's extreme axial tilt resulted in extreme seasonal variations in its weather. Uranus has 27 known moons. The 5 main satellites are Miranda, Ariel, Umbrella, Titania, and Oberon. The Uranian satellite system is the least massive among those of the giant planets. The combined mass of the 5 major satellites would be less than half of that of Triton, the largest moon of Neptune alone. They are ice rock, composed of roughly 50% ice and 50% rock. The ice may include ammonia and carbon dioxide. Ariel appears to be the youngest surface. She appears to have the youngest surface with the fewest impact craters, and Umbrella the oldest. Miranda's past geological activity is thought to have been driven by tidal heating system at a time when its orbit was more eccentric than currently, possibly as a result of former 3.1 orbital response with orbital. The Uranian rings are composed of extremely dark particles in which vary in size from micrometers to a fraction of a meter. 13 distinct rings are precisely known, the brightest being the E ring. All except 2 rings of Uranus are extremely narrow. They are usually a few kilometers wide. The rings are probably quite young. Its name is a reference to the Greek god of the sky, Uranus, who according to the Greek mythology was the grandfather of Zeus, Jupiter, and father of Cronus, Saturn. Sir Williams first observed Uranus on March 13, 1781, leading to its discovery as a planet, expanding the boundaries of the solar system for the first time in history, making Uranus the first planet classified as such. With the aid of a telescope, Uranus had been observed on many occasions before it was recognized as a legit planet, but it was officially a mistaken for a star. Possibly the earliest known observation of Uranus was by Hipparchus, who in 128 BC might have recorded it as a star for his star catalog. Voyager 2 remains the only spacecraft to ever visit the planet. So if you guys like this video, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Bye guys, see you next video.